Hello everybody. Right, we're going to have a look at the 351 UFO Interceptor, which comes from Gerry and Sylvie Anderson's production, UFO. So we can guess what this one did, can't we? It intercepted the UFOs from Moonbase. This is the first of the three vehicles from UFO. The others being the mobile, which we've seen already, and of course Ed Straker's car as well. So this was, I'm guessing, one of the most popular ones of its time. It ran for years. This started manufacture in 1971 and ran all the way to 1980 when Dinky finally closed. So it had a long lifespan, 9 years, so it's obviously very popular. This is the first type of box it came in. As usual with these videos, it's a reproduction box, but it's a very good quality one. This type of cardboard box ran from 71 through to 1974 when it was replaced by the bubble pack, which we'll see in a few minutes. So let's have a look. Sighting image here. Of course, there are three of these based on Moonbase. So fortunately, most of the aliens tended to come in 1s, 2s and 3s. If they get more than 3, then we're in a bit of trouble, really. Had to be intercepted by a skydiver, which Dinky never did, and it's one that I always wanted them to do, the submarine back on Earth. So here we are. Right, cap-fired rocket operated by a spring-release mechanism, a moulded cockpit, canopy, and interior with a pilot. Okay, so let's have a look at it. Ooh, this is quite large. Let's see if I can zoom out a little bit. It's not fitting in the screen, is it? No. Okay. That's a very large. Well, it's a very large model. It had to be a large box, obviously. There we have the Interceptor in its correct colours, flying over the moon. And then at the bottom we have, for some reason, Dinky's ghastly green colour. Bit of a shame it's green, because actually the shape is really, really good. This particular Interceptor I actually picked up in a charity shop a few years ago. It's over for £5, so I was very pleased with that. Yellow and black rocket, which I think is a later rocket. It might not be quite right for this one. I think this is the red legs. It's fairly, I don't know if it's early or late. There's so much debate about these things. Anyway, look, there we are, Moonbase. You could put a cap in the here where the rocket fired in, and it makes more of a bang sound. I don't think I've got anything on the back of it. No, nothing on the back of this. Also came with a leaflet as well, explaining you what to do. So you put your cap in there and fired it. More of a bang to scare your cat or the sister to operate. Come on, focus, 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 please. Nearly. Remove the rocket. The firing mechanism is partly preset for packing purposes only. Fully set the firing mechanism by pulling back the lever underneath its full extent. Place the cap over the hole. Insert the rocket. Fire the rocket. We do not supply the caps, toy pistol caps. I don't think we can even get them anymore, can we? Not I know. So there we go, instructions. Yep. Let's get the TARDIS out of the way. What are you doing there? Wrong series. Okay, so here we are. UFO Interceptor number 351, made in England. The very earliest ones See inside there, they've got the pilot. That's the same pilot was in the Harrier we saw the other day, I think. Some of the earliest ones apparently had Joe from Joe 90 put in. So it was using up the stock at the time that they had from Joe's car. Some chrome. This one's got silver exhaust. There was a lot of variations. Sometimes they had bronze, sometimes they had silver. Sometimes these nozzles were chromed, sometimes they weren't. Some of the legs were plastic bits were orange. Sometimes, like this one, they were more of a red colour. Okay, so to fire it, this one's already pulled back. You pull that back and then press the switch here to launch the missile. Like that. Let's do that again. Heavy spring, that. I shouldn't do this, should I? I'll knock the phone over for a minute. There we are. So it's a good shape, pretty about the colour. 1974 came along and the packaging was replaced. Oh. So professional these, aren't they? Knocking the camera over again. Right, 1974. Bubble pack came along. These ran to about 78, I think, 77, 78, and it was replaced by a third type of box, a hanging box. But this is, again, another reproduction box. This is the Interceptor that I had as a kid. So if I take that off, we'll go back to the box in a minute as usual. So this one, see, it's got bronze at the back here instead of silver like the other one. The difference there. Also, probably can't really quite make it out, but this one, it's got red legs. This one's got orange. You got a blue canopy, and the other one is clear. Apart from that, it's identical. Also have a orange tipped rocket as well, which I think is the first type of rocket. There were 3 types of rocket in total. There was the, I'll take that out. Hang on. There's your 3 types of rocket you had, 3 colours. Okay. Now the box. Do not point missile at people. And there we go, really. Not sure what else I can say about it. It's a nice. I keep saying nice all the time, don't I? It was a good model, and it ran for a very, very long time. Short bots remember it very well. Okay, well, watch the skies, and I'll be back sometime. That's probably my last of the Gerry Anderson models that I have, so I might do a few more of other types of models until I run out. Okay, thanks very much. Bye bye.